First, what we're doing today, during this teaching session with the Professor Tomat, a happy Halloween to you all. As you know, it's Halloween week, so we're doing our specials. Little costumes every stream, and the Shiv giveaway is ongoing and ending on Saturday, so make sure to get involved in that. If you are not, welcome to class. We are now in session. Today's first thing, before we talk about instancing and mission givers and all that stuff, is features. You guys remember this? This was a spreadsheet that we started, I want to say, back in November of 2023. So about 2 years ago we started this, and we edited it all the way up until mid last year and then kind of stopped because it really wasn't going incredibly well. But I thought we would check back in on this because it's been 2 years now. And since the big statement of we want to have most of this stuff into the game by the end of next year. We can actually go back and find that just to give everybody a reminder of how it went down, because the statement is oftentimes misquoted. It happened 2 different times. First, Chris said they wanted to have something going on by the next 12 months. That was here. This is the beginning of that CitizenCon.
And you're going to sort of see the results of that over these next 2 days. So hopefully you like it. And a lot of what you're going to see is going to be coming into Star Citizen over the next 12 months.
So that was his first statement. A lot of what you're going to see will be coming into Star Citizen over the next 12 months. Already leaving himself a little bit of wiggle room there, because it could be a lot. It could be most. It could be some. A lot is subjective, but that is what he said at the beginning. At the end of it, he said this.
Through next year. That we've been shown.
So this is the same event, just like 26 hours later, maybe? The end of the same CitizenCon.
You here at CitizenCon is our intention. Not making 100% promise, just so everyone remembers that.
He went back there and somebody was like, hey man, you said this. Can you go back out there and like make sure to say you're not promising?
To get them into Star Citizen through next year. So it's not going to be gated on having to be after Squadron 42. So we are...
Sir, you got 1 more year to meet that. If they don't, I mean, I'm sure that radar and scanning doesn't have to be in by Squadron 42, but we're getting close. But you know, this is Chris is as Chris does now. I think that they did better with this year. His big thing that he wanted to do to like get everybody excited. They came out, they said it first thing. They got him on camera, let him do his thing, got him off. No more promises. No more like things that sound like they could be promises. No more of these things. He's like, hey, Nyx is coming next month. We can definitely do that. And I won't be telling you about any of this other stuff and when it might come in, which is good. But if we go back to the list of things that were on said quote unquote statement / promise / whatever you want to call it, there are a lot of those things that still aren't in. So let's start off from the top here. There are plenty of things that are in, right? Reload improvements got in, character creator, instance hangers, distribution centers were in, EVA tier 2 was partially in at least. Dynamic crosshair, yes. Freight elevators came in with 324. So we can greenify that, me baby. Loot screen upgrade, yes. Player interaction system, yes, but it's awful. Visor and lens system, star map upgrade, freight kiosk came in, yes. New in-game apps, yes. Mobiglass update, master modes, scope improvements, persistent hangers. We did get that also in 324. So a lot of stuff that didn't come in 23 that we were tracking came in 24 in the next one. DLSS, FSR, yes. Reputation tier 2. To be quite honest, I want to kind of mark this as no, dude. Like it's in, but it's so underutilized and bad. Star hair. Vulcan, the first version, yes, was in. They're still waiting for that multi-threading. Water interaction, precision targeting, Xenothreat update. Xenothreat update? Did we see a Xenothreat update? Was there a Xenothreat update during that Star Citizen? That CitizenCon? I don't remember that. No, I don't think we've gotten a Xenothreat update. I might be wrong. That's honestly, it's a weird one. I don't remember why that would be there. Blockade Runner did happen. Clouds and fog improvement. I don't even remember when that was, but it happened in 2024. I know that much. I think that was the next update, actually. Zero G push and pull. No, that has not happened. Let's mark that one as red. Physical interaction system also marked as red. That one's still not in. Diverse hair options. Yeah, we got that. Volt weapons. We got those. Weapon wear and tear. We have not gotten that yet. Hairstyles, combat improvements, Crusader, A1, C1, Derelict, Settlements, Drake, Cutter, Duster's Gang, HDR, Weapon Recoil, Force Reactions, TTK updates, Alpha 4.0, yes. Actor status tier 0 with the radiation was a yes. That one came in with, what, 4.0? Aegis Idris came in with 4 point something. God, I don't remember. When did the Idris come in? 4.1? 4.2? I think that was 4.1. Audio systems, armor improved specialization is a no. Audio system updates is a no. Base building, no. Blood, sweat, and tears, no. Cargo diversification, no. I don't think so. Crafting, no. Engineering gameplay, no. Fire extinguisher, no. Fire hazard, no. FPS radar and scanning, no. Global illumination, no. Improved planetary scattering, no. Interactables update, no. Land claims, no. Maelstrom, no. Could just drag this down, honestly. NPC traits and affinities, no. Planet tech improvements, no. Restraints, no. Reworked PvE interactions, what the heck does that mean? I don't even know what that means, man. I'm gonna call it a no. Scanning update, no. SFX, no. Skill system, no. Sliding, no. Starcloth, no. Terrain to GPU. Basically everything that wasn't already in by 3.24 hasn't happened. That is a very large amount. This is 70 rows worth of features. 69 rows worth of features, nice. And 1, 2, 3, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 28. 28 features out of 70. Not half, but it's certainly not great. I mean, the feature development stopped this year, so it's not surprising, but geez, dude. They really got to get to putting some of this stuff in the preview channel. Let's go. And I know they're talking about engineering coming back to the preview channel. Thank all the Picos. It was supposed to be last week. It's supposedly going to be this week. But until that does happen, we don't really know. Like, yes, it's going to the preview channel, but how long will it spend in the preview channel till it gets in the game? Is it possible that we could see this in the game by, say, Q1 of next year? Because once engineering comes in and Vulcan comes in, the fire is in, the fire extinguisher is in, maybe the ship team that's spending so much time working on this can start working on some of these other features like scanning and stuff that needs to be finished up to get into the game. I don't know, but that's a lot of features just sitting around, supposedly being worked on, but not at all being tested for the game. So hopefully that does start to happen this week, and we start to see better movement on that. But if you're going back to CitizenCon 2023, I was a champion of the stuff getting done fairly quickly, and I was like, hey, you guys can probably do it. Get 4.0 out, get iterating, but at the same time, 4.0 comes out, and that is a plateau of development, a chance to tighten up your foundation, handle some tech debt, make things a little bit easier to actually play because you got that back end finally working. Just a matter of how quickly can you get that done and get back to the features. And I'm glad they've got this whole incubation figured out that happens in the tech preview channel, but until that starts happening, we're not back to the features. This website by friend Greg is tracking these, or was tracking these, in a much more user-friendly way than I was, but he's not updating it anymore. So he stopped updating it in December. And he had 29 out of 56 of the categories fulfilled. And obviously there are some of these things that are in the game, like the Rough and Ready. I guess the Rough and Ready gang is not in the game, now that I think of it. But like radiation is in there. Some of the ladder stuff is in there. It's not good. It's not good. And I know their priorities change, but I think that's why it's not good. It's like they could say these types of things, but their priorities change year after year. So if they're not actually in a position where they can keep pursuing features, which they were not, the game was not going to be stable enough, then things change, even if they didn't plan on them changing. Which is why they stopped giving us a 4-quarter roadmap. It's really, It all points back to the fact that they can't predict things more than a year out or more than a quarter out, couple quarters, and they have stopped because it looks bad on them. Unfortunately, the last prediction they made has still not come to fruition. So we're waiting on this stuff, and we'll keep checking back in on it as it comes, hopefully engineering soon. But that's your update on our 2023 promises of feature development from the professor. Thank you for coming to class, kids. School is out. The bell has rung. Have a great day.